Conscience of Yc-Bey, Chapter 4. Chapter title, No Turning Back. Let's begin. 3 weeks later, stressed out and holding a $20 bill in my hand. Thinking about an armed robbery or thinking, should I sell CDs? Frustrated, I get angry. Chair falls backwards as soon as I stand up. I storm out of the house. I eventually pull up to the credit union in the car I borrowed from a friend. I got the pistol out. Pistol on my lap, 38 snub-nosed revolver. But also next door to the credit union is also a store where they sell blank CDs. I began to panic just a little. Heart racing. Little bit sweat dripping off my brow. Looking back and forth between both places. One of the toughest decisions I ever had to make. Becoming sad and frustrated, I dropped my head. Seconds later, I raised my head, showing strength to make a choice. I began speaking to myself, saying, I am mentally strong and intelligent. Cause and effect. Cause and effect. Repeating it over and over, I said. I continue by saying, you do bad, you get bad. You do right, you get right. Anything fast don't last. I have made my choice. I put the gun down under the seat and grabbed the $20 bill out of my pocket. My last $20, and I walk into the CD store. I buy the CDs, go out and get back in the car. I shed a couple more tears just thinking about how close I was to doing something so horrible that I would have regretted. But then I shake it off. While I'm driving in traffic, I make a phone call to a good friend. Phone rings 2 times, he picks up. I start by saying, hey, what up, bro? Question, do you got a computer or a laptop I can use? I need to burn some CDs and I could use your help picking out some songs I have recorded over the years. Is that cool? He says, sure, bro. Swoop on by. I say, okay, appreciate it, bro. I'll be there in about 20 minutes. After a while, I finally pull up to his house, knock on the door. He answers. He says, what's up, brother? And I say, what up, bro? And thanks again, Dan. He says, no problem, bruh. You know how we roll round here. We look out for one another. I smiled, shook hands, and gave him a bro hug. Dan, that's my friend, Dan says, come on, computer's right over here. Pointing at the computer screen. So after a while, we went through about 50 songs. We picked out the best ones out the bunch. After picking the songs, we started to burn CDs. Each CD took about 15 minutes per CD, which made it very time consuming. A little history on my friend, Dan and I's friendship. This guy has been A1 since day one. A very genuine, authentic person, and also my neighbor, living in Ferguson, Missouri. The same county Mike Brown was killed. I have lived here about 4 years, but Dan has lived here over 30. My circle is very small, but by choice. But the few that's in my life are priceless and essential to my growth and development. I say to Dan, Damn, it's hella dark outside, bro. We been burning CDs for hellas. Dan says, hey, the Great Pyramids wasn't built in a day. But you right. Wow, where does the time go? And I say, thanks again, bruh. I'm going to get out here first thing in the AM and do my best to run up a bag.